Hello and welcome, my name is Thomas, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a short looping video in Final Cut Pro. Okay, so as you may have noticed a little while back, my set did change a little bit, and one of the things that changed along with it is the background that I have on this TV right behind me. And so what I wanted to do with this particular TV that's behind me is I've put logos on it before and a number of different things that animate or rotate. But I wanted to kind of give it this kind of fake window appearance, right? So it's obviously not a window, but it's kind of got a fake windowsill, and then it's got like some snow and trees in the background. And so one of the things I do is I swap that out fairly regularly based upon either my mood or the season or the different scenes that I'm able to find. So obviously that's pretty obscure. Unless you're going to be building your own set and you need a fake window behind you, that's probably not something that's going to be super useful for you. However, what might be useful for you is the ability to create looping video. So in the video that you're seeing playing behind me on the TV, it's around 30 seconds. And so it's just a shot out in the woods. There's a little house in the background with some trees, and it's obviously snowing. And so I decided I wanted to go ahead and use that as one of my backgrounds. However, unless you just so happen to find a video clip that's going to work that has those two seamless beginning and ends, there's always going to be a jump between when the clip starts and when it ends and then loops back to the start. Fortunately, there's a super simple trick that you can use inside of Final Cut Pro, and it'll probably work in a number of video editing software solutions out there as well that you can do to make looping videos. Okay, so here we are within Final Cut Pro. I've just got a blank project going on here, and then here's the source where I actually get some of my looping videos from, which is Envato Elements. And so there's one that I purchased recently, which is just over by a riverside and it's snowing. So let's just go ahead and drag this one right on into our project. Here we go. We'll see this one's a little under 30 seconds, so it's about 25 seconds, but let's go ahead and clone this. Let's just duplicate this and stitch them together and just kind of see what this looks like as we play over from one to the other. So as you can see, there's a pretty drastic jump here. It's very noticeable, and if I were to full screen this, you'd see it. Then we'll play it. So you're kind of seeing this full screen, and there you go. You see that jump, and that's pretty drastic. If you're going to be using it as a background, it's going to be helpful that you can actually stitch those two together seamlessly. But with that, let's go ahead and jump in and see how we can actually turn this into a loop. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to go in, and then you want to cut the clip, right? So we've got this nice cut here. You're not duplicating, you're not lengthening or messing with the clip at all. You're just making a cut towards the beginning. Then what we're going to do is we're going to move this, not copy, but we want to move this all the way to the end of the clip. You want to make sure that you have this little guide, snap to guides turned on so that you can line that up perfectly with the end. So we're taking that cut, moving it to the end, and aligning it with the end of this clip. Then what we want to do is go over to our transitions under dissolves and get a cross dissolve and drag that right onto that new clip that we just added. Now what I typically do once I create my looping clip, just to make everything a little bit cleaner, is I right click and I create new compound clip. There we go, and it's just all in one compact clip, and then if I want to, I can double click to go in and edit this individually later. But all we have to do is duplicate that so we can actually see the transition. So now let's go ahead and watch. And as you can see, there was virtually nothing noticeable about that transition from one clip to another. And so as you can see, there was virtually no noticeable distinction between when it went from the first clip to the second. And so at that point, you have a perfectly looping video that you can use over and over again. And that's it. Just a really quick tip for you today. If you found this video useful, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.